Well, you have good radio voice.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
So, Heidi, forgive me, your last name?
Stein.
So we've got Heidi Stein, and this is going to be one of my more interesting podcasts because typically what I do is, real estate related, in one way or another that is not just real estate agents, but we focus on people that, maybe do trades when it's home improvements or financial advising and everything along those lines. But the one thing that kind of ties it all together, and this is where you come in, is everybody that I sit down with in some form or fashion is an entrepreneur, right? And so I did a little bit of research on your company and kind of what you guys are doing. And here we have, and you got to forgive me if I describe it incorrectly, but we have a company that basically is franchising and is doing eyelashes
Correct.
for women. I guess if you're a man, you can also get eyelashes done as well, but I would envision the majority of your clients are women.
Correct.
And Heidi is a big part of franchising the company. And what's the name of the company again? Honest Eyelashes?
Honest Lash.
Honest Lash. And so we've got how many franchises here in the Austin area?
So we just started franchising about a year ago.
Okay.
In the last year, we've opened 2 franchises in El Paso and San Antonio.
Nice.
Very exciting year for us. Currently, we have 4 corporate stores in Austin. You can find us at the Domain, West Campus, Bastrop, and Georgetown.
Nice. And so you've been with them for how long?
This is coming up on my year, 1
Wow.
year.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And
Been
so
fun.
what's, as far as franchising is concerned, to just dumb things down for people, you're ultimately finding people that kind of want to do eyelashes, do it on a professional level, and you're helping them grow a location and bring in clients to them. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, absolutely. We get all kinds of people interested in franchising. You mentioned entrepreneurship earlier, and that's essentially it. If you have, maybe it's a second act in your life or a lifelong dream to own a business of your own, lashing is the product that we put forward. But at the end of the day, what we're looking for is entrepreneurial people that, have a dream.
Sure. Well, yeah, I mean, that's one thing I've always liked about franchises is the idea that, if you have the ability to run a business, you have the ability to pitch a product, it doesn't necessarily matter what it is. The majority of products kind of within reason sell themselves. So what are you going to do as an entrepreneur to kind of start a business and get it going? And I would envision that's a lot of the conversations you have with a lot of these franchise people who are considering, signing on with you. Is that right?
Absolutely. We talk to people that are looking at different franchises across the board, just looking at different opportunities and finding something that they can kind of rally behind and that they're passionate about. Lashes are fun. It's
Yeah.
a fun industry. It's a beauty, health, wellness space. And so it's just a great way to spend your day. You're talking with women who are coming in maybe for a wedding or for some sort of event or holiday. And the day is just lovely. You're working with lash stylists who I call artists.
Okay.
Who
I could see that.
It is. It's an art to putting on eyelashes. An appointment takes about 2 hours, and there's various styles that you can have.
What kind of styles are there?
Oh, well. Can you tell what style I'm wearing right now?
I have no idea. In fact, I think the idea is that I couldn't tell you were wearing eyelashes. I thought that was your natural eyelashes.
Fantastic. And lashes are so popular right now. You can walk down the street and see somebody wearing lashes and not know it. And on the flip side, see somebody that is wearing very full, luscious va-va-voom lashes.
Va-va-voom.
Va-va-voom
I like
lashes.
that.
Yeah.
I'm going to start using that. Va-va-voom. Go on.
And so Honest Lash caters to every clientele, whether you're looking for a classic, beautiful, natural-looking set, all the way to that glamorous night on the town
I gotcha.
evening look.
So let's get back to the entrepreneurial side in terms of finding individuals that are looking to do these franchises. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's kind of the majority of, what you're doing is trying to identify somebody who's interested in, taking this on and making the business successful. So how do you go about finding new business? In other words, how do you go about finding the right people that want to do this? Are they reaching out to you? Are you guys trying to find people through social media? And then when you do find that person, how do you determine whether or not they're a good fit?
Absolutely. It's a relationship. It goes both ways. We're looking for the ideal candidate and talking through somebody's goals and just building that trust in the relationship takes time.
Sure.
And so we develop that relationship over 60, 90, 120 days, if you will, really getting to know that candidate. First and foremost, we are a family run organization,
Hmm.
founded, and Jonathan Ellis is still sitting at the helm
Shout out to
of
Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. And so we're looking for like-minded individuals that are sort of family first, business first. Jonathan always says, willing to roll up your sleeves and put in the time and the energy. As soon as we see those sort of soft skills, then we can train for the hard skills. Eyelash extensions, the business is not rocket science.
Okay.
We call it butts in beds. How many clients can you see in a day, and customer service. So if you're coming to us and you have a background in any sort of leadership role, management, the health and beauty space, we can work with you.
Is that typically what you're looking for? Is people who have some sort of experience,
Not
whether it's in
necessarily.
cosmetology? Okay.
No, we're looking for that individual that just has the mindset of wanting to grow,
Hmm.
wanting to build, wanting to do better for themselves, for their family, for their community. We're looking for somebody that is just a hard worker,
Yeah.
and a joy to be around also, because
Sure.
this relationship, essentially, when you sign up with a franchisor, it's like a marriage. We
Hmm.
don't go away. We're there to hold your hand through the beginning stages of signing that lease, going through the build out, all the way to year 1, 5, year 10 with you, having that relationship. And so you want to like who you are essentially
Yeah.
marrying.
Yeah, of course. I mean, do you find that there is a particular type of individual that seems to be the best fit? Again, going back to you finding new business, I mean, is there someone that seems to work and fit the culture more than others?
That's a really tough question because I take all kinds of calls all
Okay.
day long from various individuals coming from various backgrounds. I would say the common link that I do see is people that are looking for that sort of second act. I call it the second act in
Okay.
life. So they've gone through, whether they come from a tech background, real estate background, maybe they've taken time off and they've been a stay-at-home mom for a while. I've talking to police officers. I've talking to various, and the common thing is people want time. That's a currency I think that everybody is looking for more
For
of.
sure. Yeah.
And so with franchising, we're able to kind of get you to a place of profitability a lot faster than if you were starting your small business on your own, especially for first time small business owners.
So, how do the majority of these people find you when they want to talk about franchises? Is this something that you're marketing online, or is this just through word of mouth? I mean, what does that look like?
You simply go to Google and you type in franchising. There's going to be various portals that pop up. Franchisingopportunities.com is one that we are mainly on right now.
Okay.
Also, if you go to honestlash.com, you'll see we have a whole franchising page. Simply by putting Honest Lash into Google, you'll see various articles and write-ups on the company as well.
Right on. I love it. So, you mean to tell me there's people that are literally just looking for franchises? They're not even so concerned about what it is. They just need to make sure it's profitable. They're hardworking. They're going to get out there and they look at the whole eyelash franchise opportunity and they're like, I see money in this. I can do this. I can get butts in beds.
Exactly. And there really are two different types of candidate when you mention it. So we've got the candidate that wants sort of passive income. And so they're not looking to transition from their current career. They're looking for their money to work for them.
Hmm.
And then on the other side, we have the candidate that is looking for a lifestyle change. We can work with both candidates. Ideally, we like that owner operator. This is this is very much a customer forward
Sure.
relationship building business.
Well, and I would envision reputation building.
100%.
Nobody wants
Grant,
bad eyelashes.
and there's a lot out there.
I'm sure there's a lot of bad everything out there. So I'm sure eyelashes falls into that as well. I mean, and I've seen some bad eyelashes. Let me just say that. So that was my point when I mentioned with you, I can't tell if they're natural or not. And I think that's what people are going for, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's what we were going for. When you're walking down the street and a woman passes you by and says, "Your lashes look beautiful," that's a referral.
Yeah.
So we are at the Domain location, for example, we've got yoga studios, makeup salons beside us. We're always collaborating with the community, and we've been holding various events. We had a Lash and show at our West Campus location a couple of months ago. That
A
was so much
lashing
fun.
show. I see what you did there.
You like that?
Fashion show, lashing show.
Absolutely. They go hand in hand. We had a beautiful red carpet runway, and we had 15 models showcasing the latest trends in eyelash extensions.
Very nice.
So we're always kind of creating buzz around us. That particular location is on campus. We've got a lot of young students. Sometimes we'll have various artists just sitting outside playing the guitar. We do a coffee table in the morning. So as the students are walking by, they're picking up an Honest Lash cup with their logo on it, taking it across campus with them wherever they go from class to class. And so definitely our reputation is everything. We want people obviously talking positive about us.
Of course.
And we like to give back. So it's not just, about doing beautiful lashes every single day, or about somebody coming in and discussing franchising and, a lifestyle change, but just about how we show up in the community.
I love it. So what's one of the things that's like a big misconception with lashes? Because for me, again, it's tough for me. It's been a while since I've gotten mine done, but we see.
I'm already sitting here thinking what I can do for your
Is that
lashes
right?
and brows. Yes.
Well, I have pretty long eyelashes already.
They're
just naturally.
beautiful.
Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. These are not fake. But I think about women and when they get them done, and typically when I see women with their eyelashes done, it's for an event or a wedding or something along those lines. And like, is that the only time when people are getting their lashes done, or like what does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely not. I would say the biggest misconception is that lashes are high maintenance.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you do need to come in every couple of weeks
Okay.
for your follow-up treatments.
But people
Otherwise,
do
they
that
do
for their
start looking
nails.
crazy. Exactly. But what it gives you is time back in the morning, getting ready for, our day-to-day crazy lives that we live.
Okay.
Not having to put on 3 coats of mascara
God,
on
I hate that.
after you curl your lashes. I mean,
Right.
that 5 minutes,
It's
10
exhausting.
minutes, it really is.
Yeah,
It
it
really
adds
is.
up.
And when you wake up in the morning and your eyes are done, uh, it's amazing. It's an
More
amazing,
time
it's
for the
amazing
gram.
feeling.
Right? I
Yes,
understand.
absolutely.
It makes sense. And I think it's something that, relating it to nails. I mean, right now I know a ton of women that get their nails done and it's like second nature. They go like every 3 to 5 weeks. They don't think anything of it. And then you mentioned lashes and they're like, yeah, maybe I would do that, for a wedding or maybe for a big event. But then they're not thinking about doing it every 3 to 5 weeks. And you make a good point. Like, it's a time saver. And
Yeah. Lashes are addicting. If you talk to any woman that's been doing lashes on a regular basis, they don't feel like themselves with their lashes off.
mm,
And having them come in every 2 weeks for their service is fantastic. Their lashes always look beautiful. There's no, crazy looking lashes
right.
about to fall off, or you've got 1 lash on this eye and 10 on this
Can't
eye.
have that.
No, no, no. So having people come in, we do have a membership model for our clientele. And that just gives them an affordable way to have their lashes looking great
I love that.
consistently.
So you mentioned that some of the big referral partners already have been like yoga studios. What else did you say? You said yoga studios, probably like.
Really, anybody we
Okay.
can collaborate with,
Mm-hmm.
wherever you find women.
All right. Well, you've got my interest peaked here because a lot of times we do things with our real estate referral partners, and the truth is the majority of them are women, and we've done like wind down yoga and stuff like that, and maybe lashes is something that could be fun. Get some butts in beds and
Yeah.
get some lashes done for some of these agents. And what's interesting is that I have talked to a ton of real estate agents because one of the things we talk about, we kind of covered it a little bit, is like, where do you get your new business? And shockingly, one of the number one referral partners that real estate agents say they get the majority of their referrals from is from hairstylists, right?
Hmm.
That you've got women that are sitting in a chair, getting their hair done, thinking of things to talk about. And one of the comments might be, well, John and I are thinking about selling the house. And it's like, oh my gosh, I have a great real estate referral for you. Right. And
Hmm.
I feel like this is another one of those things where real estate agents out there, why not think about, making nice with your eyelash stylist and say, hey, next time, I mean, how long does the process take?
2 hours for a full set,
2 hours for a
one
full
hour
set.
for a fill. So 1 hour every 2 weeks, you've got somebody in your lash bed and you have their full attention.
That's what I'm saying. And so now I'm just thinking about it like as a real estate agent, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start getting my lashes done for obvious reasons for myself. And then I'm going to start making nice with the man or woman that is doing those lashes and saying, hey, listen, a lot of my colleagues tell me that some of their biggest referral partners are their stylist because, again, you're going to have somebody in here for an hour, 2 hours. They're going to start spewing information about their lives. They're going to talk about potentially selling, maybe potentially buying. And that is when I need you to say, oh my gosh, Heidi the realtor is amazing. You need to consult with her. I've got so many ideas now.
I
Lashes for
love
real
it.
estate agents. We're getting butts in beds.
I'd be curious how many women in your real estate office get their lashes done that you may not even know. I imagine
Yeah.
realtors are busy. They're running from appointment to appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Lashes are a great fit for them. I know they want to put their best face forward when they're,
Absolutely.
engaging with the public.
Especially when they're on the podcast here or doing photo shoots or events. I bet you there's a lot of them that are doing it.
Have them come on in. We can start thinking about ways that we can collaborate. And certainly, if you want to buy some gift cards for your,
Yeah. No, I believe me. It's a great
they would
idea.
appreciate it.
And it's the other thing. The business is a little slower than normal, so maybe some of these real estate agents are thinking about their second act. And you never know. Maybe real estate wasn't the big thing for them. Maybe the future is in lashes for them. You never know.
You never know. And, I've learned, from franchising or just being in the beauty space the last 20 plus years, the more you share yourself, the more
Yeah,
people open up.
for sure.
You never know what's going on in somebody's mind and what that dream was 10 years ago, or what new inspirations would draw them to the path of ownership. But we do have a way for people to transition sort of smoothly from their current employment into being a full-time owner. Look, the goal really is not to have one salon. You want to be a multi-unit owner.
Sure.
And so if you're in a career right now that you'd like to maybe phase into something else, there's ways that we can get those training wheels on you, have that one studio, get it to profit, and then you can transition more into like a multi-unit, a multi-studio owner.
What's the big success story for Honest Lash right now as far as a franchisee? How many franchises is he or she up to?
So right now, like I mentioned, we just got trademarked last year. So
Okay.
this is a great time to come on board with Honest Lash. We have all hands on deck. We are looking for, you know, that candidate that's willing to be sort of an early adopter with us
Yep.
and to grow with us and to scale with us. We have big aspirations to have 100 studios opened primarily in Texas over the next 5 years.
Okay.
And so our OGs, the ones that come in, at bottom ground with us, we're looking at very hard because we want them. Our success, relies on their
Of course.
success. And so there are, we've got hundreds of candidates and leads in our funnel right now, just slowly making our way through and trying to get a chance to speak with everybody.
But you said it's just about finding the right person that meets the culture, the right fit, and the person that's going to work hard and make it happen.
Exactly. And a lot of conversations, they can start early on. You may not be ready for this until 2025, and that's okay. Sometimes, just start by starting and reach out, have that conversation with somebody, know a little bit more, and just slowly kind of etch away at becoming a small business owner. And eventually, we'll get you there.
No, I love it. I mean, and again, it takes time. I remember, doing mortgage stuff is very similar to a franchise and starting a branch. And I think my conversation with the initial rep for this particular company that I'm with right now, I mean, it took months before I had the experience and everything along those lines. But it does. It takes time, and they would be speaking with you, correct?
That's correct.
It's awesome. Well, what else do we need to know about the company? What are we missing?
We've got a lot going on. Fashion Week in Austin is coming up in November, the weekend of November 12th. You can find us there. We'll be
Okay.
supporting the event. We'll be doing sort of a halftime lash and show for
Right.
folks. Stop by the booth. We'll be doing raffles and giveaways. Pop into any of our studios just to say hello. If you have a business that you feel that we could collaborate with, fantastic. Also, very exciting is we are about to open a Lash University out of our West Campus location. So we're always looking at how do we get somebody into that entrepreneurial mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of estheticians going to school, their ultimate dream is to become an owner. So we've created a path for them to go from school directly into ownership in a way that is affordable. It's just super exciting.
Yeah.
There's something that we have in Texas that some other states don't have, which is a Texas specialty lash license. So typically you'd have to go to school for a year or two to become an esthetician or cosmetologist.
Right.
Here in Texas, you can become a lash stylist, artist in just 3 months.
Nice.
Yeah. So if your dream is to, just become, Instagram famous, doing beautiful lashes, we've got a path for you. If your dream is to be entrepreneurial and start that small business of your own, we've got a path for you. If you want to be a teacher at the school, we've got a path for you. If you want to be part of Fashion Week, we just always have a lot of things going on. If you like Zumba, we have Monday Zumba classes at our West Campus, first Monday of the month.
Very nice.
So always a lot happening on any given week. We're out in the community, outreaching, networking, and just looking for like-minded individuals to partner with us in whatever capacity is a good fit.
So when you're getting calls from people who are considering doing a franchise, this is one of the things I always like asking. Is there kind of a question, or better yet, maybe a misconception or anything along those lines that seems to come up all the time, that if you could just do like a public service announcement and say, hey, everybody reaching out for franchise, conversations, ideas, I know what you're going to ask. Let's just get it over with. Here it is.
Well, the number one question as soon as you talk to any candidate is, how much does it cost and how much will I make?
Okay.
This is like any venture in life. How much you put in is how much you're going to get out.
Right.
And that's why we're looking for those soft skills of somebody that is wanting more.
Sure.
And so I would say
there's no ceiling, though, right?
There's no ceiling, and there's no it's a very low barrier to entry.
Right.
And it is your business. Although you're a part of a corporate franchise, this is still yours.
Mm-hmm.
And we are here to hold your hand every step of the way. But certainly there's going to be some candidates that win that race a lot faster than others.
Sure.
And that's okay too. I would say the biggest misconception is that you would have to, stop everything and just dive right into this small business. That's not the way. For an individual that we feel is a good fit, we're willing to work with them, tutor them, mentor them, and make sure that when they do sign, they're feeling fully confident about the business and how they can potentially still keep an income from their current employment, but also work on building their future.
Well, and I like that you brought up that, it's kind of what you put into it, because everybody who's on this podcast, and for the majority of the people that are watching it, like I said, we try to keep it real estate driven, but having you on was exciting because of the whole franchise idea. And I think what a lot of people forget, my main audience that I gear this towards is like real estate agents, other lenders, financial advisors, CPAs. And that is one thing that we all have in common, is that there's really no ceiling or no cap on your income. And so to your point, we have real estate agents that do X amount of, transactions every year. There's others that don't do as well. And it really isn't because one is different than the other. It really is just about what you put into it. And that's what I like about having you on here and talking about the franchise stuff, is because I knew that what you were going to say to me is that the first question is what's it going to cost me and how much am I going to make? And that's such a loaded question, because, it's like, well, how much are you willing to invest? And how much, not just time, but money and all of it. And how good are you at getting butts in beds? Because if you're opening multiple locations, I mean, we could take over the world with eyelashes.
One lash at a time.
One lash at a time. One lash and show at a time. So
Absolutely. We've got territories. Right now, we're focusing primarily on Texas. And so, because we are just getting started, we've got territories, a lot of territories available. Even still here in Austin, there's a lot of room for Honest Lash to grow.
I gotcha. And so, just out of my own curiosity, where's the original Honest Lash?
So Honest Lash was founded, just give you a bit of a backstory on
Yeah.
the company. So our founder, Jonathan Ellis, comes from third generation McDonald's franchisee family. When he ventured out on his own after McDonald's, he got into Sylvan Learning Centers right before the pandemic.
Yep.
Very bad timing. This is when businesses were being sheltered. Kids could not go in for their tutorial services.
Right.
STAR testing got canceled. And so when I mentioned earlier about rolling up your sleeves and the grit and being able to kind of pivot and adapt and your flexibility in life, that is essentially who Honest Lash is. He pivoted from 4 leases that he could not get out of that were Sylvan Learning Centers. He turned to his wife, Sarah, who's very much part of the company as well, and said, what are we going to do with these 4 locations? Are we going to carry dead rent, or are we going to turn this into something? And so they turned to lashes. So currently we still have the Bastrop and Georgetown locations
Okay.
that used to be Sylvan and are now running as Honest Lash.
Gotcha.
And then we've since opened our flagship Domain location and our West Campus location.
Love it. Love it. And then now we're looking for the newest. Well, you said that El Paso, you said?
El Paso, very excited about. That was our first franchise sold. It's a brother and sister team.
Nice.
The brother is kind of bringing in the equity, and the sister has got the know-how and the relationship building skills to drive the business.
I love it. I love it. Well, outside of that, I mean, if there's anything else you want to cover about Honest Lash, say it now. Otherwise, I finish every single segment with having you look in the camera and give us your quick pitch on who you are, what you do, and, anything else you want to cover. And unless you've got a question for me.
No, I mean, I would like to invite you in for a lash lift and tint.
Okay. I'm down. And
Great.
when that happens, I'm gonna definitely bring my camera people, and we're gonna film it, and we'll get it on.
I would
here.
love
Yeah,
that. That'll
could
be
do
a
that.
lot of fun.
I
Yes.
agree.
Yes, and this is you're the first one, and then we'll get your realtor associates in right after you.
I think it's a great idea. I think that I'm going to get a bunch of messages from a lot of my real estate agents that I work with, and they're like, "Hey, what are you going to do for me?" Right? I could totally see it. I'm going to get blown up with agents that want to do an event now at Honest Lash. I think
Let's do it.
I really think it's a great idea. I do. I've got title companies that we work with as well, and there are a lot of women in this industry, and I think to your point, they're probably already doing it. It's just so darn good. I can't even tell.
And there's lots of conversations that can be had with these realtors.
Yeah.
Again, whether it's services or path to ownership, I would love to engage with whomever you feel would be interested.
Well, do your thing. Look at the camera. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you do.
Hello, everyone. I'm Heidi. I'm with Honest Lash Franchising. We have 4 locations here in the greater Austin area: Domain, West Campus, Georgetown, and Bastrop. We are looking for the next new candidate. So we are now offering franchises all across Texas. If you're out there in Houston, Dallas, and have a dream of ownership, we've got the path for you to success. So please reach out to me, and I would love to start the conversation.
I love it. You killed it. And you were so nervous about it, too.
Well, there's
You
something.
did a great job.
Yeah. Well, listen, your voice in the microphone is so much more calming than without
You
the
wait to hear
microphone.
what your voice sounds like. You'll be very happy. Thanks for coming on.
Fantastic.